Congress moves forward a competitiveness bill that expands college STEM pathways but leaves both Build Back Better and the fiscal year's budget to languish. Plus, diversity in higher education is top of mind for Congress and the Supreme Court. Meanwhile, the Department of Education moves forward on key guidance, regulation, and oversight as Secretary Cardona shared his vision of education in a major speech. Hi, I'm Ziyu Zhou, and today I'm joined by my colleague, Rebecca Shackelford. Rebecca, why don't you give us an update on Build Back Better?
Thanks, EU. Congress remains at an impasse on several efforts. Build Back Better, the Biden administration's social spending bill, received what may have been its final blow in December when Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia pulled his support of the bill. Now we await Congress to either move on the full suite of spending initiatives or only a portion of the effort, like new school funding for early childhood education. But the path forward isn't clear. Just this week, Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon told reporters he felt Democrats could find common ground. But moments later, one of the reporters asked Senator Manchin for comment. Quote, "What Build Back Better bill? There is no, I don't know what y'all are talking about. No, it's dead." When asked to clarify his comments, Manchin said that he meant that the big package is gone, but he would consider a smaller version. "We'll keep you posted if things change, but don't expect any progress anytime soon."
Meanwhile, the fiscal year 2022 budget remains in the crosshairs. Although the fiscal year started October 1st, Congress failed to agree on spending levels and kicked the can, passing two continuing resolutions to keep the government open through February 18 and maintain last year's funding levels. This week, the so-called Four Corners, or Congress's top four appropriators, met to continue budget negotiations. However, Senator Richard Shelby, ranking member on the Senate Appropriations Committee, cast doubt on Congress's ability to come to an agreement before the deadline.
Last week, Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer announced his retirement, giving President Biden his first opportunity to shape the High Court. During the campaign, President Biden pledged to nominate the first Black female Supreme Court justice. Whoever he nominates, senators will soon have to hold hearings and cast their votes over Breyer's replacement. One of the high-profile cases that the new justice will decide is an affirmative action suit against Harvard and the University of North Carolina. With 6 conservative judges on the court, even after President Biden's appointee joins, the future of race-conscious college admissions policies is very much in doubt. We'll keep you updated on the case and its implications for diversity in higher education. In related news, Representative Jamal Bowman of New York and Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon introduced the Fair College Admissions for Students Act, which would prohibit colleges and universities participating in the federal student aid program from giving admissions preference to students with legacy or donor status. These policies disproportionately benefit white, wealthy students. Eliminating them would be an important step in reducing college access barriers for low-income, racial minority, and first-generation college students.
Also on Capitol Hill, the House unveiled the America Competes Act. This is their version of the United States Innovation and Competition Act, a bipartisan bill aimed at increasing the United States' technological competitiveness with China. Among other strategies, it provides funding for partnerships between state departments of education, school districts, and systems of higher education to expand college pathways in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM. These pathways would include at least 12 transferable post-secondary credits for high school students and support work-based learning, dual enrollment, and early college high school programs that lead to STEM credentials. We believe that dual enrollment and early college high school programs have helped young people, especially those from historically marginalized communities, reach and stay in college. We hope congressional leaders will move quickly to pass the legislation and send it for President Biden's signature.
Over at the Department of Education, agency leaders have requested public comments on multiple issues. First, the department proposed requirements for monitoring district compliance with maintenance of equity in the American Rescue Plan. We joined 6 of our national partners to support the agency's approach, as the data it collects will provide transparency regarding district budgets and ensure that high-need schools are not experiencing disproportionate staffing or funding cuts. Second, the department requested feedback on new school accountability guidance under the Every Student Succeeds Act. These systems play a critical role in directing extra funding and support to the schools and students that need them the most. And this fall will be the first opportunity for many states to update their systems to account for the pandemic's toll on student learning and well-being. We join nearly 60 national and state organizations to support the department's efforts. And third, the department is still accepting public comments on the Civil Rights Data Collection, or CRDC, for the 2021-22 school year. Submit your comments by February 11th at the link below.
Finally, on January 27, Secretary Cardona delivered a major speech outlining the administration's education priorities, including supporting students through pandemic response and recovery, boldly addressing opportunity and achievement gaps, making higher education more inclusive and affordable, and ensuring pathways through higher education lead to successful careers. Let's listen to his vision for reimagining education systems to address the persistent inequities.
In all that we do here at the Department of Education, we will be student-centered. As we work to make colleges more affordable and accountable, we must also make them more accessible. That means creating stronger college and career pathways between our pre-K through grade 12 systems and our 2- and 4-year colleges and our workforce partners so that our systems lead the world. To get this done, our high schools must evolve more quickly. Each high school in the country should have at least one career counselor so that every high schooler has great options when they graduate. Today is a new day and it requires new thinking.
Such inspiring words. Secretary Cardona also highlighted the pandemic response as school leaders continue to face enormous challenges keeping students and staff safe and schools open as cases surge. But there's some good news. Pfizer has formally asked the Food and Drug Administration to authorize the COVID-19 vaccine for children under 5. The FDA's independent panel of experts will meet mid-month to consider the data and make their recommendations. Authorization would help make schools and childcare safer for young children and curb the spread of the virus that has forced shutdowns and extended absences for countless students as they either recover from the virus or quarantine after exposure. That's all for today. For an alert when the next Federal Flash is available, sign up on our website at allfored.org/flash-signup. Thanks for watching.
Federal Flash is All for Ed series on important developments in education policy in Washington, D.C. Watch online at allfored.org/federal-flash. That's allfored.org/federal-flash. Or subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also listen to Federal Flash wherever you get your podcasts.